now at 6:32. Back to the late-breaking details in Ukraine we've been following very closely for you. Russia has begun a large-scale invasion of Ukraine. It took place late last night. And you can see in this video, the airport was targeted. There's plenty of smoke seen there. Now, Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Audrey Russo joins us with reaction from people here in Connecticut. And Audrey, Russian President Vladimir Putin claims that he's not trying to occupy Ukraine.
Nicole, that's right. But Putin still warned in a televised address that other countries who try to interfere with what's going on in Ukraine will face consequences. Shortly after there were explosions reported in some of those major eastern cities, the destruction in Ukraine sending shockwaves close to home this morning.
I think it's probably the same kind of reaction that a lot of Americans felt on the morning of Pearl Harbor.
Alex Kuzma's heart is breaking for the 44 million people in Ukraine whose lives have changed in an instant. From the Ukrainian national home in Hartford, he can't believe what's happening to the country where he once lived.
Frankly, to have this completely unprovoked bombing attack on these two major cities that are industrial centers, educational centers, historic treasures. This is showing Vladimir Putin for being the monster and complete psychopath that he is.
Late last night, Ukraine's president tried calling for peace, but those calls went ignored. Russian President Vladimir Putin saying military action in the country was necessary to restore order and protect civilians. Claims and actions that United States officials are already condemning.
The United States and our allies and partners will continue to respond to Russia's actions with unity, with clarity, and with conviction.
The U.S. imposing sanctions they say will cut off financial resources to Russia without harming the American economy. Meanwhile, Kuzma is concerned about what could be left over of Ukraine's way of life.
Putin wants to turn it into a wasteland, and that's what he's determined to do.
President Biden is expected to meet with leaders of the G7 today and with other allies to discuss further sanctions on Russia. Live in studio, Audrey Russo for Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks to Audrey. And Senator Chris Murphy, who just visited Ukraine last month, released this statement. Quote, President Putin's decision to invade is an evil, panicked move of weakness. The Ukrainian people will fight for as long as it takes. I will do all I can to make sure America stands by them in this fight, unquote. We'll keep you updating you on the situation in Ukraine, both on air and on the Channel 3 app.